everybody. Welcome to the Gabby U Show. I am your host, Gabby Udabor, and today we have a new episode, and I'm here with Carleeka. And before we get into our discussion, I'm going to tell you some things about her. Carleeka Basnight Menendez is an author, award-winning life coach, and a prolific speaker with global appeal. As one highly sought out for her innovative approach to wide-ranging topics, Carleeka has earned both a domestic and international respect from the world stage. She is the creator of Fit Method, the A.V.E. and Menopause and Mimosas, offering new and aspiring Christian female entrepreneurs the skill sets needed to increase visibility, earn a solid income, and impact the world from the dimension of their purpose. Her coaching and consulting brand is one of a kind, as Carleeka offers consultation strategies and directions for clients looking to reform their lives. She also believes that when you change your perspective, you are then able to change your life. This knowing has allowed her to bring top-tier service to the coaching industry as she takes clients from being sick, silent, and stuck to creating the lives that they demand with no compromise. She is no stranger to doing the work. Carleeka has managed to obtain a Bachelor of Science in Biology, pre-med, and an AS in Histological Technology, all while raising a family and working a full-time job. In short, she is one of the hardest working coaches in the vocation. The world has responded to the undeniable gift found in Carleeka, as she is the recipient of the ACHI Magazine Editor's Choice Award, Success Women's Conference National Influencer, SpeakerCon Drop the Mic winner, and many more. When she is not facilitating workshops or hosting events and delivering action-packed keynotes, both in person and virtually, she is a mother, a friend, and a student of life. And that is Carleeka for you. Carleeka, welcome to the Gabby U Show.
Hi, Gabby. Thank you so much for having me. Excited to be here with you all.
Yes, I'm excited to have you today too. So, Carleeka, I'm going to start out with some of my questions. I call them my icebreaker questions. So there are two of them. So the first one I'm going to ask you is, what is your favorite food?
Ooh, what is my favorite? Oh, Gabby, that's a good one because I really do not have one.
Oh, you are a foodie then.
I'm not. I'm totally the opposite.
Oh, really? Because usually the people that are foodies, they might not really have a specific.
No, I like a lot of different salads. I can definitely say that.
Okay.
But a favorite food, I don't.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not a foodie. I'm a picker. So I like to pick it.
Okay, that is interesting because I'm a foodie. I love to cook. I love to try foods. I'm very adventurous for that. So that's why I always want to know all my guests too. What is your favorite?
I am not an adventurous eater.
Oh boy. So let's just say you like salads.
I do.
Okay. Any particular salad or
I like them with some strawberries in them.
Okay.
Particularly no meat in them.
Okay.
Everything nice and fresh and no salad dressing.
Okay. Are you vegetarian?
I'm not.
Okay. I just wonder.
I'm not a vegetarian, but I really do not eat a lot of meat.
Okay. All right. Okay, girl. So the next thing I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite quote?
My favorite quote would be, when you change your perspective, you change your life. Mm-hmm. And that is my tagline for my business. So I do believe when you change the way you think about things and the way you see things, then, hey, your life can definitely change.
Oh my goodness. That is so powerful because a lot of us just, living life and just that one day, it's just like, wait a minute. I have the power. Well, it's a changing of your perspective, and then things start happening. Because, and it's unfortunate is that, I don't know if I would say it's unfortunate, but a lot of times other people are seeing that, and we are not. And it's like, people tell you stuff, and you're like, and again, sometimes people have to tell you like, oh, you're capable. I'm surprised you're not doing this. And they are like, oh, okay. And, you know,
Right, right. And it changes either, it can definitely change for the, I believe in it can change for the best, but
yes,
it's removing some of the things that we have been branded with, whether those are bad habits, bad thinking, bad decisions, the labels,
yes,
the lies from society, family, or whoever. And I do believe once we see ourselves different, then
yes.
we think different, we talk different, we act different. And once we apply all of those things, then our actions change to
Hmm.
create something different in life.
That's right. So powerful. It's about mindset reset.
Yes, I love that mindset reset. And look, we got to reset it every day.
Yes, because every day brings its own troubles.
Sure, sure does. Every day is something
Yeah.
new.
Oh my. Yeah. Especially in this last 1 year with all this craziness we've had. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And it's not even really letting up too much, right? And so even with everything that we may have been facing, even in this last year and things that have happened in the last week, it's going to be something else. And it's going to be something else. But if we, I don't bombard myself, I keep myself aware, but I have to keep moving because what I have been blessed with is another opportunity, another day to be here or another minute or whatever that looks like to
Yes.
do something different. So we don't want to waste time focusing
Mhm.
on all of the things that we have no control in changing.
That's right. One day at a
Yeah,
time.
literally, minute
Yeah.
by minute.
Minute by minute. Yep. Second by second. Oh
Yeah,
my.
yeah.
Yeah. So, Kalika, I want you to share with me the key things you feel that have shaped you to be this woman you are today. I want you to share your victories, your struggles. Is it from health, relationship, childhood? You know, just all you can. Just give it all.
So I will definitely say
Mm,
we all have a story. And the difference in some people is that some are more open to share their story and some people are still being silent. And I
yes.
do believe if we're still being silent in sharing our story, it causes us to be stuck. It can cause us to be sick. It can so many different things, which leads, I say, our health is our wealth. And I have a title of Love Yourself to Health and Not to Death. And it's some of those silent things that's really killing people. Not so much of everything external, but it's those things that no one can see. It's those things in our head that are on replay over and over again of telling us that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this, or something from our childhood. So I think for myself, growing up as a PK kid, um, my main secret in my life that I had, and I do believe once in a while all of us have a secret, and it's something that you know what you'll go to your grave like I ain't never telling no one that. And so for myself, I had an addiction, and so that addiction, it wasn't to drugs, it wasn't alcohol, it wasn't sex. I had an addiction of losing weight. And so as a Black girl starting in the 10th grade, I had an eating disorder. And so back then, that stigma that we don't do that was there. And I'm like, we do that. I was that girl who could not get skinny enough. And so at 80 pounds, I weighed literally 80 pounds weighing in with my first daughter. And I had her in my junior year of college, 80 pounds. And all I remember sitting there, and the doctor's like, you're going to have to gain like 65 pounds. My mind went from the pregnancy to, is he crazy? Do he know I never want to be fat a day in my life? Like, does he understand who he's dealing with? And so that pregnancy was hard because I just could not gain weight. Um, I had made myself throw up so much that it was just second nature. I didn't have to force it anymore. I could eat a few crackers and drink a little bit of water. And it's like my system was just used to it. And so I lived my life like that, being sick, stuck, silent, and paralyzed because I could have died. Right. I started passing out and all different things started happening. And so I do believe that some of that probably did equate to the GI problems that I had later on in life. Some of that equated to, so sometimes we have a little residue from things that we did and that we caused. But I'm thankful that I got help. I'm thankful that, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be sitting here on the Gabby U show at all, because I believe if I would have kept down that path, I would be dead, because I was had no nutritional value in my life, and me and food did not have a good relationship. So as a church girl, when they were going fast, and if anyone's familiar with going on a fast, I was just like, why y'all struggling with the food? That ain't nothing. So that was an excuse for me to say, oh, look, this, I'm fasting, right? So people didn't know. And because I never was fat anyway, people will make jokes like, oh my God, you need to eat a hamburger. Oh my God. And I'm like, and you need to not eat a hamburger, right? So you build up these mechanisms of defense, because that was something that was killing me slowly, right? I didn't start off passing out and nosebleeds and all of these different things. But as time got, I just kept progressing in this way. So for me, and you all, when we really break it down and you peel back what they say, peel back the onion, it wasn't even so much just the eating disorder. It was the point of me having control over something in my life, and no one else could tell me how much I could weigh. No one could tell me when I could throw up. No one could tell me how many times I could step on the scale. No one could tell me these. And I was just like, I'm in control of my life, not realizing that, girl, you're killing yourself. And so growing up, once again, church girl, PK kid, not really a strict household, but very structured in the things of God and different things. And so we struggle financially and different things. So these are things that shaped me to the woman I am today, where now I just want to promote a healthy lifestyle. So now I'm in menopause and been there since the age of 30. So I've got a little fluffy compared to size double zeros. Right? From a double zero to about a 6. I'm about a 6 now. Y'all, I'm very transparent. So I have no problem in sharing that. So to some, they will say, oh, well, that's not big, right? But of course, mentally, I had to get myself in a mental place that even when I started having some weight gain, I did not revert back to those bad habits. Because if I would have, I wouldn't be able to serve the women that I serve and support now in the capacity of coaching, consulting, and speaking, and all of those things. I wouldn't be able to do it because I would be too frail, too weak, malnourished, mentally messed up, probably depressed, or so many other things. And so I'm thankful for that time that I took in my life to just say, you know what, you have to change your perception about you so that you can start living. So you all, anyone out there listening, love yourself to health, not to death, even in the good things. Right? Your job may be a good thing, or it may not be. Your family, that's a blessing, but you can't love them so much that it's killing you. You can't love working so much that it's killing you. You can't even love working out so much that you have no other balance. And so that's just a little backstory for me, that knowing that everything starts from the inside. So when you take the time to do that hard work, which is the hard work of dealing and healing with your childhood traumas or whatever is on your mind on replay that is really not helping you, but really putting you into a dark place, then that's when you say, you know what? I'm going to get the help that I need. Don't be embarrassed. Ask for the help, right? Because sometimes people don't know. And when you don't know the signs of certain things, you just think externally, oh, she's good. She's fine. She's doing her thing. She's living her life. And really that person at work, at church, in Walmart, they may be really suffering in silence with no one to talk to. So being careful of how we talk to people, being careful how we approach people, other people's situations. And so that's, I do believe that dark time in my life, or that situation in my life, it's what really shaped me for who I am, where yes, I'm a go-getter, but you know what, I'm gonna have some balance in being a go-getter and getting things done, and just surrounding myself with positive people and positive energy, and then being blessed to have that insight to really have that empathy for someone else, and meeting people where they are until they get to where they go.
Wow, that is so powerful. And some of these things that you were sharing, your story, is that is one of the things that for all our listeners, that when we overcome, the trauma or anything that's been taking us behind, from childhood or from whatever time, the thing is that it doesn't just It's just not that you will not, um, you have triggers, but you have the tools now. You have your why is so much stronger. That is like, no, we can't go back, because we talk about, even, when you say you're size 6, we're like, well, that's a good size, but not knowing that, what you have gone through, is, I mean, that's, it's like when you start gaining weight, because, you um, started menopause early and all that, but because you are now strong, you have that tools to be able to reverse, like, nope, we're not going back.
Yeah. And I would not even sit here and lie that was it always easier? No. When I started that weight gain, I'm just like, there were thoughts.
Yes.
Okay, you know how to get weight off quickly. You know how you can easily, and because I am a believer, I'm not just a church goer, I'm a believer and I'm applying the word of God to my life. There were thoughts of those negative thoughts to say, look, you can just start making yourself throw up, do that for a little bit of time, but that's a trick of the enemy, because if I would have reverted back to that, it would have been that much harder for me to let it go at this point. And so I was just determined. I was like, nope, I am not going back there. And now to this day, it's not even a thought for me, but I've met so many women, even older than myself. And y'all, I'm only 41. Okay. I know I look 25.
Yeah, right.
But they're older than me and they're still going through eating disorder. So when I go and speak, and sometimes I'll share this story and they're like, oh my God, like I'm 65, or I'm, 59, and I'm still suffering and dealing, and there's no one ever hardly speaking about it.
Yeah, because that's another thing too. Because they're like, oh, at that age, you should have gotten it together. Only
And
happens to
not
young
necessarily.
people. Yeah, it
Yeah.
happens to young people. It doesn't happen to black girls or black women.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's like that kind of group is like they're really like a minority now, because
Yeah.
and if someone like you comes to share the story, giving them hope and giving them that there are tools, you do not have to be stuck in this. There is
Yeah.
still there is still hope that you can get
It
over
is.
this, no matter whatever age you are. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think a lot of people do. And we put those pressures on ourselves too, Gabby. Well, I should be this farther along. I'm 41 or I'm 42. I'm going on 45. I'm 50. I should have this, and
This
this. And
person is doing this at this time. Why am I not?
why is it my life? And I'm just like, you know what? I am where I'm supposed to be at this time in my life. Yes, we all could have made some different decisions and different things, but I didn't. So I am here, and where I am now, I'm going to keep pressing forward from where I am now. Where I am now is where I'm at. I'm looking
Yes.
forward to the next. What's the next chapter? And how am I going to work and do things in the next chapter?
Yes, that is right. And there's this preacher, Joyce Myers, if you know her. I think there's one
Love
word
her.
she always said. Yeah, she said, I think she would say, but I hope I'll say it right. She say, I'm not where I want to, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm glad I'm not where I used to be.
Yeah.
Because we're still living. There is still time. You can't change the past.
Not at all. And you know what,
Mhm.
Gabby? There's so many things that, yes, we in our life we could make better decisions sometimes or whatever, but we have to learn to give ourselves some grace where we don't beat ourselves up for something that we could have did different 10 years ago. I can't change. Heck, I can't even change yesterday. Okay. Yesterday came and went, whatever went on yesterday. Today was a new day for me to either do something different or go back to that. But I can't even, really, we can't even change what happened at 8 o'clock, right? My time, 8 o'clock, my time. I can't change what happened at 8 o'clock, my time. I can't, it's 9:01 over here in Georgia. I can't change what happened a minute ago. It's already done. It's
It's
already over.
done. It's moved. Time is moving.
Yeah.
Just have to hope for the future. You're breathing, be grateful, and that is the spirit of saying of gratefulness of the things around, the little things around us. We could always find something to be grateful for.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
there's always something.
Like that's how I look at it. Yes, there's so many things. It's a choice not to complain. My thing is this: you complaining, what is it going to do for the day besides make you frustrated, aggravated, overwhelmed, and now you're not going to
Yes.
accomplish anything. So now what you've done is wasted a whole day
Yeah.
complaining when you could have been doing something more positive. You could have been relaxing, you could have been meditating, you could have been focused on something else that was going to either help you or even help someone else.
Yeah. That's why I say this one I heard say worrying is like a rocking chair. It will move you, but it won't take you anywhere.
Nowhere. It takes you nowhere.
Just whoop, 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 you know. It's like, and then you get exhausted. You know, when you rock yourself for a long time, you'll be like, okay, I'm ready to go to sleep. I'm tired.
I'm tired from doing nothing.
Yes. So it's just the way. It's a lot of training and mindset. It's not. Um, it's something you got to just keep training that muscle, you know, so to speak. Yeah, every day. You don't do
And
it
I
to
believe if you your community and your circle and your environment needs to be conducive to your growth.
That's
If I'm
right.
not a gardener, y'all, I do not do good with plants, but what I'm saying is if you plant the seed in the right soil at the right time of the year, all of these things, and do what it takes to nurture that seed. It's the same way in our life. We have to nurture our children. We don't want them on the bottle forever. So let me get you off the bottle and let's get on the cup. I don't want you on the sippy cup forever. So let me get you to a big part. So it's all these stages. And if we just embrace where we are, and I have a coach who said, eat what's right in front of you. Sometimes we want to, our mind just like, okay, do this, do that. And it's like, no, eat what's in front of you. Right? What the my grandmother used to say, your eyes are bigger than your belly. And so eat what's in front of you and don't even worry about the meal for next week, right? Don't even worry about the meal for tomorrow. Eat what's on your plate.
That's right.
That's my coach Marquel Russell. I'm gonna give you your credit, Marquel. But he said, eat what's right in front of you. And so I do think if we just eat what's in front of us and don't worry about, yes, we can plan and all of these things, but once again, in that planning, we sometimes put so much pressure on ourselves till we're stressed and depressed, and then we don't do anything.
And you know, you just saying that, you know, having the right soil. I mean, you know, it's for a plant to grow properly. It's a lot of the times who are the people you're surrounding yourself with. I know I had one of my guests, I don't know which episode, she shared this thing, and she talked about having two buckets of friends. You know, I just like to share that. Like, you want to have one bucket of the friends that you are the one giving, you know, stuff, and you want to have the other bucket that they are pouring into you. You don't want to be that you only have one bucket where you are the one always pouring all the love, pouring all the support, pouring all the things. You will get drained. You will get drained down because we are made in this world to help somebody and for somebody to help us. So we have to find a way to be that balance. Where you are pouring out to people and also have somebody pouring out to you. Otherwise, you will just be drained.
And I do. I'm very careful of who's in my circle, what the things I engage in, from the things I listen to, from the things I see, from the people I hang around. Y'all, I'm real exclusive with it because those things affect how you move and shake. Those things can affect everyone always pouring their problems on you. Not good. You got to release all of those things. And like you said, having those two buckets, the Bible says iron sharpens iron. If everybody in your circle on the same exact level, or you're the smartest tool in the toolbox and you have all the ideas and you're always pouring into them. No, you got to be around some people that are 50 steps ahead of you, 100 steps ahead of you. And those are the people I'm like, yes, because I need them in my life. We need each other. And I think once we get that mindset of, I do need you. I need your expertise. I value your expertise. We don't have to agree on everything, but I still value what you bring to the table. That's when we'll see, even on a broader spectrum in our world, things change, because right now we just have a lot of people, they don't even respect someone else's opinion. Once again, we don't have to agree, we don't have to see eye to eye, but I value you and I respect who you are, your industry, your the call or purpose on your life, whatever we want to put that. And that's just that. And we can have a whole conversation.
Yes, that's right. Wow. So I know, Carleeka, you're proud of many things, but I just want you to put in a bow. What are you one thing or things that you are most proud of as a woman today?
I would say definitely seeing the fruit of your labor when it comes to my children,
Mm.
because we pour a lot of time and energy into our children's even before they come out the womb, right? Like you're speaking into their life before they even surface. And so seeing, because I have older children, well, 19, 17, and then 11, but to see the values that we have put into them, and you can just sit back and say, we did a good job. They ain't perfect, y'all. Now, I ain't here to lie to you. But we actually raised them. We took the time to impart certain things in their life that now, as they're getting older, you can see them implementing those things in different areas of our life. So for me, that would be definitely the proud, like a really proud mama.
Yes, that's right. And all these things you're doing, the kids are watching, and this is, the thing I say that some of these things we're not just doing it for ourselves, but these humans God has given us into this world, we are impacting this thing. They are watching us. Because I will never forget one thing one pastor said one time. He said, kids are like moving cameras in the house. That when they will do, when they are little, they will do what you tell them to do. But when they grow up, they will do what they have seen you be doing. So talking about, say, walking the walk, or what you're saying you are doing.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and I think a lot of us mothers, raising kids, going through all these things, of course, make us feel like, oh my goodness, God, look at what they're doing. And
Yeah.
at the end of the day, when you start seeing the things, they get, older and they start being independent, you it's like, whoa, I did a good job here. And we worry so much, like, how are they gonna come to be?
Yeah.
Did I do a good job? Was I a good mom? I hope they know all the things they need to do. And you start seeing these fruits,
Yeah.
fruits of your labor.
And that in itself, my children have been on the journey even since I started the journey of entrepreneurship, and they've been there from day one. So the things that they have seen, my daughter is even in our newest book, Women Who Pray, she's in that. Just to see them, and they are so encouraging, right? They're like, okay, mom, and they help, right? Most of when I would have to get on video and stuff, my son, he sets that up, and I'm like, okay, how much you gonna charge me? Because I'm imparting something in them to let them know, yes, you served, but if you want to go into entrepreneurship, you serve and you get paid, okay?
Yes.
And so they've seen it from the beginning up until now, and so to have them on the journey. My daughter she'll do some of my videos, and when I have events, she does the music and all of these different things in the things that they're already really good in. I'm like, hey, well, let me pay you to do this. And
and they pick it fast. They know this stuff.
And that's why I go to them, Gabby. I'm like, look, you edit videos real good. Here you go. How much?
Yes.
Send me a bill. Is it lunch, or do I need to like pay you what I need to do? But to hear them say, mommy, we remember, and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, wow, that to me, that's so proud. It's just a blessing.
Yes, absolutely.
It is.
Wow.
It's a blessing. Yeah.
So what would you say, like, what are some encouraging words you want to give our listeners today, for this woman listening to this episode? I know we've said a lot of encouraging words, but I want us again to put it in a bow again.
I put in a bow. So Encouraging words that I will say to anyone listening: be bold, be courageous, and be unapologetic, right? And meaning, go after whatever it is that you want to do, and don't let anything, anyone, or even yourself get in the way of doing that. Um, Gain clarity, increase your confidence, and develop consistency, and you will see things manifest in your life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So somebody's writing this down. You can rewind this and write that down. Put it in your office. Everywhere, so you can remember. That is a good one.
Yeah. But
Great.
Gabby, that's how I literally live my life.
Mhm.
I get
Mhm.
clarity on where it is, where I am, where it is that I want to go. And then I'm like, okay, let me get a plan. Let me pray about it. Holy Spirit gives me a plan. He gives me strategy. God aligns the right people with you, and you do the work, and you literally see manifest. Nothing can manifest in anyone's life if you don't even get started.
That's it. Oh, girl, this is my language. We were talking this morning. I was talking to one of my guests like, it's just getting started.
Yeah.
Talking about I mean, this whole week I've been seeing this post of somebody talking about purpose. That people are like, I don't know my purpose, I can't find my purpose. Sometimes you just have to start and you find it.
And or it will find you.
Or
It'll
you
just be like,
find it.
oh, that's it. That's it. But Gabby, I think a lot of people, it's not hard to figure out your purpose. We make it harder because, like in the Bible, Jesus gave, God gave some one gift and two gifts and five gifts. And I think sometimes just our human nature and our mentality, once again, mindset, sometimes we don't embrace what's already our purpose because we don't think it's good enough. We don't think it's big enough or it's grand enough because
Yes.
of what someone else is doing. But if you decide, you know what, this one thing that I'm just really, really good at, and let me get a plan on how I can make this profitable in my life. How can I take my passion and my purpose and make it profitable? How can I monetize on my message and everything? It may just be that one gift.
That's
The thing is, you might as well use that one gift up. You might as well, if you have five gifts, you might as well use them up, because when we expire, we can't take it with us. So whatever
right.
you did not do, it didn't get done. So while we have an opportunity, go ahead and max out. Maximize that one gift. Maximize the two or the five gifts that you have, or 10, whatever that may be, however many gifts you have. Maximize, focus on one of them, and then everything else will be like dominoes. It'll just
That's
fall into place.
that's right. You gotta just use some of those things and that's the thing too. I know in my first episode, one of the things I shared when I restarted this podcast, talking about what I was most proud of was that I am using the skills that God has given me, and I'm not hiding it under the rock.
Yeah.
Because I've had this comment and people say, "Oh, you seem to do many things." I'm like, "Yes, I am trying to use all the skills and see which one."
Yeah. And that's why I say start on one, because
Yes.
a lot of us have different talents and different things, and we're like, okay, I want to do this and I want to do
Mm-hmm.
that, and from my own experience, when I focused on one thing,
Yes.
then other opportunities came, and it was literally like dominoes, but it all tied in. And then I
Yes.
didn't feel overwhelmed, like, okay, I want to work on this and then let me hop over here. No, I focused on that one thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, I'm going to build this platform, I'm going to brand it out, I'm going to do all of these things, and then all the other ideas of what I'm supposed to be doing is just going to align.
Yes. There's actually one book that he calls it The One Thing. And
Yes,
it's really good. I have to get it myself because I was the person like, "Ooh, I'm everywhere." Like, then
I
I
love
guess,
that book.
yeah, I had to over the years started, like, okay, I need to shrink some stuff and just
Yeah.
because I get into that thing of, people wanting me to join something, join this committee, join and this, because they see that, oh, you know how to do this. And I was getting overwhelmed myself, like, I'm doing all this thing for everybody. I'm getting like, hold on. So now I needed to know how to say no because I used to recovering people pleaser. And that's
I
like,
understand. I totally understand. And we have to use that's something very powerful, learning to say no. And
yeah.
some people maybe think, well, no, it's not that hard. No, when you, like you said, a people pleaser, or you don't want to upset people, or you want to be there for everything and everybody, no is
Mm,
a complete sentence. And
yeah.
I am one to say, let my yes is my yes and my no is my no. And I don't even owe you an explanation.
That's right. I had to get that to that level. It was a training. It was so hard. I mean, some people are like, well, it's easy for me. I'm like, yeah, not for me. It's a process. I had to learn to say it and not feel bad about it. And don't give a
Yeah,
reason.
yeah. And
Just
and
not doing it.
that's okay, because once you get it,
Hmm.
you'll never lose it. It's like, nope,
Yes. Yeah.
I'm not able to attend. No, I'm not able to come. No, I'm not able to work on that project. No.
Yeah.
And I keep it moving.
Yes. It's it was a process. We're still working on it.
That's okay. The thing is, you're working on it.
Oh my. Wow, Kalika. So, Kalika, can you tell us how we can connect, how the listeners can connect with you? If you can share your social handles, your
Yeah.
website, is there any project you're working on? What
Yes,
we need to know
ma'am.
about you and all this.
So the easiest way, you can either connect with me on all across social media, Carleeka Basnight Menendez,
Mhm.
or you can contact me on my website, carleeka.com. Everything first names, easy peasy.
Yes.
Um, and then what are we working on? Oh, we're working on Menopause and Mimosa, which is September the 18th, but we do have it every single year. Hopefully by next year, we'll be able to do a live Menopause and Mimosa brunch. And so look, stay tuned. If you connect with me on social media, you can stay up on all of the amazing things that we are doing. Let me see, for October though, October 18th is World Menopause Day. So I am even looking for just looking for more women of color to speak out about menopause, to connect with them in menopause. Because look, you all, World Menopause Day is that one day, but menopause is every day. This is someone's reality. This is someone's life. It doesn't matter what stage you're in, perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause, or you're postmenopausal, you're in menopause, and we want to hear from you, especially women of color. So right now, those are some of the things that I'm just working on, bringing that more awareness, right, to such a silent subject that we just want to normalize and shout out loud: menopause, menopause, menopause. So Gabby, thank you so much. We've had a blast.
Yes, so much. Learn so much. So I mean, you guys need to connect to this lady, okay? And she's on Instagram, she's on Facebook, and I'm gonna put all her links. If you're watching it on YouTube, you see it on the description area. If it's on Google, Spotify, Apple, it's gonna be on the show notes. So any platform that there's podcasts, the W show, you see it and you see all those links there. Because like she said, you don't have to wait till you are menopausal. You start learning it before you even get there. So you will have a
Yes.
smooth transition. Yeah. Yes, yes. So thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Yeah,
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
yes. So guys, we are gonna end this episode with my favorite quote from Maya Angelou that says, when you know better, you do better. All right, guys, I will see you next time. Bye bye.